Hello guys, my name is Francisco Gallardo. I'm gonna be your teacher for this year, so it's nice to meet you guys. Okay, so guys, we are going to work in with a different methodology. So we're going to use the flipped classroom. Basically, the flipped classroom, you guys, you're going to be a little bit more responsible for your knowledge. Okay, so it's important to check all the material that I'm gonna send you. I'm also gonna send you videos. Please watch the videos and do the task that I'm gonna send you in the videos. That's important so that we can take advantage of the time during the class. Okay, so we are going to start with the class for today. Let me share this with you. Okay, so guys, let's get started. Okay, so start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Arthur Ashe. So it's important, guys, to use everything you have in your hands. It's useless to think about things that we don't have. Instead of that, we have to use what we have, the tools that we have right now, and the tools that we have where we are. So that's important, and do everything we can. Okay, so the goal for today, guys, you will be able to talk about actions happening at the moment. Okay, but how we do that? How we talk about actions happening at the moment, or which tense do we use in this case? Okay, guys, so we are going to use the present progressive tense. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to start explaining you how is the grammar structure, okay? So first of all, we need a subject. The subject is a person, animal, a thing, or place that we are talking about in a sentence. Then we need the verb to be, am, is, are. So it's important to identify how to use correctly the verb to be. Then we need a verb in gerund or verb in ing forms. After that, we need a complement. And then we need a time expression. Okay, so but let me show you with some examples. Okay, for example, I said Carolina is making breakfast in the kitchen right now. As we see here, we have a subject, Carolina. The verb to be is, we have a verb in gerund, making, the complement, breakfast in the kitchen, and the time expression, which is right now. So the time expressions, guys, show us when the action is happening. Okay, so I'm gonna help you with more examples. So I said, I am going to the disco tonight. They are studying English in the living room at the moment. As you see, all the sentences need this pattern. Subject, verb to be, verb in ing form, complement, and time expressions. Subject, verb to be, verb in ing form, complement, and time expression. Okay, so guys, pay attention. When you use this tense, use this grammar structure, okay? So, but now you're probably wondering, what are the time expressions for present progressive, okay? So the time expressions are these ones. Please write it down in your notebooks. At the moment, right now, now, everything that has this moment, this week, this year, this Friday, this Tuesday, everything with this, it's present progressive. This also is these days, these years, everything with this also is considered present progressive. Today, tonight, nowadays, among others, okay? So now, when we use the present progressive, it's important to tell apart when we use it. So we use it with actions happening at the moment. So for example, it said, Veronica is eating lunch now. Also, we use it with temporary situations. For example, I say, I am living in England. We also use it for activities in progress, not exactly in the present, but they are in progress. For example, I said, Quito is growing quickly. something that happens frequently with always. For example, I said, my mom is always making me delicious meals. Also, you can use it with always, with something annoying, something that you don't like. For example, say, my neighbor is always listening to reggaeton. A situation that is changing or developing. For example, say, my little girl is growing too fast. Okay, but also it's important to know how we make the positive sentences into negative sentences. So we need the subject, again, the verb to be, not. So in this case, we're emphasizing that is a negative sentence, verb in gerund, complement, and the time expression. Okay, so let me show you some examples. For example, let's say, Aide is not doing the housework right now. They are not walking in the park at the moment. I'm not reading the magazine now. As you see, the sentences are quite similar to the positive. The only difference is after the verb to be, we use not. So I see, Aide is not, they are not, I'm not. So that's important to take into account when you change it into negative sentences. Also, guys, as you can see, we are not using contractions. It's because this is formal English, but probably it's not very big. It's not very common to use this when you are talking. When you're talking, you could be a little bit more informal. So for informal English, or when you are talking, we use contractions. For example, instead of saying, I am not, I said, I'm not. Is not, isn't, are not, aren't. Okay, some examples. My cat is sleeping on the sofa now. My sisters are going to the beach this Friday. I'm learning to speak French. Okay, so I'm gonna change it now into negatives. My cat isn't sleeping on the sofa now. My sisters aren't going to the beach this Friday. And I'm not learning to speak French. Okay, so this is how we change positive sentences into negative sentences. Okay, now guys, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you a video. This video is going to also give you some further explanation of how we use the present progressive. Okay, so please pay attention to the video. Okay, let me share it now.
Everybody, today we are going to study the present progressive tense. When we use it, so I hope that you are ready. We use it with actions that are happening at the moment. For example, Veronica is eating lunch now. A temporary situation. For example, I am living in England this year. An activity in progress, but not exactly in the present. Quito is growing quickly. Something that happens frequently with always. For example, my mother is always cooking me delicious meals. A situation that is changing or developing. For example, my little girl is growing too fast. Now I'm going to explain you how to make sentences in the present progressive tense. So we need a subject plus the verb to be plus the verb in ing form plus the complement.
Okay, guys, so as you see, the present progressive, it's a very simple time, but only you have to follow this structure. Okay, so guys, pay very close attention to this grammar structure: subject, verb to be, verb in ing form, complement, and time expressions. So these are the elements that you need in order to make sentences. Okay, now guys, it's time for your homework, guys. Okay, and please do this homework. I'm gonna check it in your class. So with this, I'm gonna make sure that you understand what I'm saying right now. Okay, so guys, you are going to look at the pictures and write what the people are doing. Okay, so there is one example to help you. For example, here we have the picture. As I said, Aide and Amy are making lunch at the moment. Okay, so I help you with this example. So now, guys, you have to write sentences which each of these pictures. Okay, so you have to look at these pictures and write sentences. Once you finish this, guys, you're going to change into negative the following sentences. These sentences, guys, you're going to change them into negative. For example, I said, my mom is making a phone call now. Negative, my mom isn't making a phone call now. Okay, so guys, please change these sentences into negative. Thank you so much, guys. Please let me know your thoughts if you don't understand. You are free to email me, or you can also text me on WhatsApp, anything that is up to you. But please do your homework, that's important. Thank you so much, guys, and see you in class. Bye.